Hello. In this clip, we're going to be talking about some of the financial arrangements we made prior to traveling to Europe. You can see we have an array of cards as well as some euros, bills and coins out there. And also here is a paper on which we had printed out our train tickets. So, okay, what are you going to talk about first?
Reserve a hotel at Expedia, for example. We made a reservation for other trip very easy. On Expedia, you choose the hotel, you pay, you arrive, that's it. The first surprise was it quoted in dollar, which is okay, and we tried to reserve using credit card, and American Express did not work.
Okay, so this is when you were just making the reservation on Expedia.com in the United States.
Right. So I had to try other credit card. I tried Fidelity and others, Chase, but one of the Chase eventually worked. This is a Chase United Visa, United Airline Visa that worked.
Okay.
And that's minor problem.
Okay.
And then second surprise, when we arrived there, this card that worked on the reservation didn't work at all, because she wanted the payment when we arrived, and she swiped this card to the machine, and the machine asked a PIN.
Oh, well, usually we don't use PINs with credit cards.
Right. So it didn't work. This card reservation worked, but didn't work. So at the end, we used a debit card with a PIN.
Wait a minute. You couldn't just, you'd given a credit card when making the reservation. Couldn't you just have it charged to that card?
Right. If we didn't arrive there, it will be okay. This card will be automatically charged. But the problem was we happened to arrive there to use the hotel, and it didn't work.
Okay, so you just had to give a card number in order to make the reservation, but that card didn't necessarily work on the spot, and they couldn't just charge it to that number.
I think I speculate it worked on Expedia. The owner of Expedia verified this card, but the owner of the hotel, they run different processing than the online Expedia.com.
Yeah. Okay. Well, so eventually, though, so how did you end up paying for the hotel?
Yeah, she wanted euro, so the option was either pay a euro. That was the third surprise. It was a euro. It wasn't a dollar, as the Expedia indicated. So she said either a cash or any credit card. So I went through many different cards, didn't work. At the end, I have a debit card, and this Charles Schwab debit card worked, because that's a debit card. I had a PIN code for it.
Okay.
So that's it. That's not as problem, and it's something we had. You may think about how to do this, and maybe prepare enough cash in the future so you can pay cash if no card works. So let's move to next topic. We try to take a train from Madrid to Barcelona. We made a reservation on this website called runfi.com.
So you made this directly on the Renfe website.
Right. Yeah, the advantage is going through the website is half of the price, so some saving. You could go through an American agent, but you have to pay twice as much. But it wasn't easy. First of all, there's a language problem.
Right.
It does have an English tab, but very frequent if you have some hiccup, then we'll switch to Spanish.
Oh.
Yeah. And the browser, I tried both Internet Explorer and Firefox. They both worked, but sometimes Firefox at a certain stage give you some error, G001 error. You don't really know what that error message means.
Did you try, you say IE and Firefox, did you try Google Chrome or?
Yeah, I didn't try. I think I stay with the IE. That's what I Googled other people saying that IE may be better. Because so many factors, once you have an error, you don't know whether it's a credit card problem, browser problem, your computer operating system, maybe it's a window problem, so it's hard to say. So you try to eliminate the factors. The train, you can't reserve another things ahead of time, too far ahead of time. When we made a reservation, it was 62 days in advance. Now they changed to 120, but it's usually when we plan a trip to Europe, it's really long, quite a few months in advance.
Okay, so in other words, actually they've lengthened the time. It used to be about 2 months in advance you could reserve, but now you can go ahead and get that straightened out 4 months ahead.
Yeah.
That sounds good.
Good, yeah. The website is also now it doesn't explain different terms. For example, there's a seat turista, the kind of fare, and a preferenti.
Okay.
And what is the difference? You don't really know. We got a turista seat, and I found it's a 4 people in a row seat and no meal.
Okay, so just four people in a row. Was this 4 people per compartment or?
Yeah, 4 people in a row, but there's 8 people per compartment.
Okay.
And the other one was the preferenti would be 3 people, and with a meal, but it's a lot more expensive.
Okay. How was the train? Comfortable or?
Yeah, if it's short, if it's just a few minutes, it will be fine. But if you're many hours, it really not as comfortable. I think it's okay, but I wouldn't do this next time.
Okay. What would you do next time?
There are other options. I could take an airplane. It could be cheaper, actually. Fly between Madrid to Barcelona. Anyway, the fare, there are a couple other things. If you do reserve your ticket, and because it didn't explain well, and there's a used card.
Used or youth?
Youth.
Oh, youth, like child.
Child, yeah. But it's only good for Spanish students. And there's a child fare, age 4 to 14 age. A foreigner could claim this online discount, but we didn't. We had so many problems. We didn't really want to have another hiccup, so we paid the full fare. And the very last step, the problem was really the credit card. There's no credit card we tried that worked. We tried American Express, it didn't work. I tried the Citibank card, it didn't work. I tried all the credit card, it didn't work. At the end, I had to be holding my phone, talking to, for example, American Express customer service agent while making this online reservation. She said that I don't see that order coming through. So that didn't work. And I tried others until I tried, this is again the United Airlines Chase card, a Visa card. I was on the phone with her again. She said, okay, yes, I saw one denied. We denied it. Now I'm up again. Can you try that again? So right away on the online, I tried it again, and that went through.
Okay, well, I think that one's not, well, it's all a bit surprising because, I mean, we tend to think, oh, American Express, you know, they are supposed to be a higher class card, and surely the people who have their cards do travel to other countries, and Visa tries to advertise itself as, you know, wherever you go, they take Visa, by, you know, traveling for if you're going to the Olympics, take your Visa card, and so forth, because it's accepted everywhere. But it is interesting, though, that it's the United Visa, I mean, United is an airline company, that did, in the end, you were able to get to work.
Yeah, it is a version of Visa. I had other Chase Visa, it didn't work, but I'm not sure why this card worked.
I don't know.
Hard to explain.
Except, I mean, I guess I just think it might just be because, well, gee, it's an airline card, so surely people are going to be using it who travel.
Yeah. So after I came back, I did more research. This verify PIN code always come out, and there's actually Visa has something called a verified by Visa program. If you sign up that program, you can choose the PIN. MasterCard is called a secure code program. If you sign up that program, you can provide a PIN, but you have to provide it. You know, it's not a convenient in US. The credit card, when we charge it, we don't give any PIN. We only give the PIN when it's a debit card.
Okay, so that's something those are just extra services you can have added on to your Visa or MasterCard to make it more secure. But once you've added that on, it's hard to get it off again. And you'll be stuck with it for the life of the card.
Yeah. So that's just some information. But whenever, I'm still not sure this, whenever we see a sign, say credit card, for example, at the metro, at the bus from a bus station to the airport at Barcelona, we tried the ticket booth with a credit card sign. We tried to purchase the bus ticket, and it did prompt to the PIN code. So it gave me an impression that Europe always expect that either debit card or special kind of a credit card.